Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into a case that's really stuck around the disappearance of Clara Bennett in Brackenville, Oregon, back in 1998.
Yeah, it's a haunting one. Our source is an excerpt, Echoes in the Fog, the disappearance of Clara Bennett.
And this piece really lays out the immediate aftermath, the first few days, the initial searches, and just the beginning of this whole mystery.
Exactly. So our mission today is to kind of unpack those key moments, the clues or lack thereof, and explore why this case still feels so unresolved.
Okay, let's get into it. Clara Bennett, she was 19, right? A student, worked as a barista.
At the Morningside Cafe, she vanished after her shift, October 12th, 1998, Tuesday night.
And the last time anyone definitively saw her, she was apparently talking to some guy outside the cafe, an unidentified man.
Right. And that's detail number one, isn't it? Straight away, you had this unknown element. Who was he? What were they talking about?
It immediately throws a wrench in things, like, was this casual, something planned? We just don't know.
And the fact he remains unidentified, well, that's a huge hurdle in any investigation, especially early on. It suggests someone potentially outside her usual circle.
Definitely. Okay, so then a few days pass, and her car turns up.
Yeah, found near Whispering Pines Forest.
Yeah.
But the way it was found is interesting.
Interesting is one word for it. The keys were just left in the ignition.
Right. But her backpack, which you expect her to have, that was gone.
So strange. Why leave the car, easily found, keys ready to go, but take the backpack? That feels deliberate.
It really does. It makes you question everything. Was she forced out? Did she take it willingly? And what could have been in that backpack? Money, something personal.
Evidence.
It really opens up possibilities. Maybe something she didn't want found, or something someone else wanted.
Precisely. It complicates the narrative significantly. Leaving the keys might look like she just stepped away, but the missing backpack contradicts that simple idea.
And then Detective Mark Reyes finds something else, a note.
Ah, yes, the note found in her locker at the cafe, I believe. Yeah, and it said, "Meet me at the old bridge, 10 p.m. Just."
Wow. That adds a whole new layer, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It suggests a planned meeting. A secret one, maybe.
Totally. Was it with the unidentified guy from outside the cafe? Or someone else entirely?
Good question. And the old bridge. It implies a known location, perhaps somewhere secluded, away from prying eyes. Why there? Why 10 p.m.?
The secrecy is chilling. It points away from maybe a spontaneous event and more towards something arranged.
It strongly suggests she might have intended to go somewhere specific that night to meet someone. But again, who and why?
So naturally, the investigation focuses there. The town gets involved. Big searches happen around the old bridge, the nearby forest.
Right, the community rallied, which often happens in these cases. They searched thoroughly.
But they found nothing. Absolutely no trace of Clara, no clues at the bridge, nothing in the surrounding area.
And that's incredibly frustrating for investigators. You have this note, this apparent lead, pointing to a specific place and time.
And it just leads to a dead end.
Exactly. No physical evidence at the location. It means either the meeting never happened there, or it did, and whoever was involved left zero trace. Which is difficult.
Yeah, very difficult. It just deepens the mystery. All these little breadcrumbs, the man, the car, the note, they don't connect, not really.
Which is where the excerpt kind of leaves us, isn't it? The
Yeah.
case stalls. Brackenville is left haunted by these unanswered questions.
Was it foul play? Did she just decide to leave her life behind? How do the man outside the cafe and that cryptic note fit in? Yeah.
It really is a classic small-town mystery formula in a way. The final sighting with a stranger, the puzzling state of the vehicle, the secret message, it all combines to create this really unsettling narrative that just hangs there.
Absolutely. So wrapping up our deep dive into Echoes in the Fog, it paints this picture of a community completely baffled, that unknown man, the car, keys in, backpack gone,
Such a strange detail.
and the note leading them on a search that just fizzled out. These pieces are so memorable because they should lead somewhere, but they don't.
And it's fascinating, isn't it, how these fragments of information become the defining points of an unsolved case.
Yeah.
Each one feels like it could be the key.
Right. But none of them have unlocked it yet. It makes you think about how fragile finding answers can be sometimes.
It really does. Which leads to a final thought, maybe something for you, our listeners, to consider.
Yeah.
If you had to pick one single piece of missing information, what do you think would be the absolute key to solving Clara Bennett's disappearance? Would it be finally identifying that man outside the cafe, knowing what was actually in her missing backpack, or understanding the real story behind that note and the old bridge?
That's a tough one. Each feels so crucial in its own way. It's a case that certainly stays with you.
It definitely does.
Well, thanks for exploring this haunting disappearance with us today on The Deep Dive.